They said the empire was built on gold, and now the headlines say the stories unfold. Flashing lights, courtroom rows, silence loud, and the pressure grows. From Harlem streets to the Forbes list, now he's sitting where the storm hits. Cameras on, but who's legit? Truth and lies in the same script. Diddy defense team got 8 on the move. Agnafilo, Jarago, Shapiro, Steele, Donaldson, Westmoreland, Estavo and Driscoll. The feds got him on 5 charges. They say he on that RICO. Media says he is guilty out the gate. 8 male jurors and 4 women hold his fate. No cameras allowed in the court. Content creators screaming more, more, more. Diamonds heavy, but the weight's not cash. Every step watched through the media flash. Friends turn foes and the past don't pass. When receipts get pulled and they come in stacks. Official transcripts will show the full story. Full statements, but the details may be gold. They wanna put me on trial, put my name on file. Want me to hang it up, but that ain't my style. Say I'm back on road, no hand on Bible. We got this game in a chokehold. Yeah, I'm so cold. My whole career they tried to test me and I aced it. When you want something done, you gotta go and get it. Hate to put you on blast, but it's not up for debate. When the odds stacked against me, victims' names not being used to keep from getting approached by the accused. Kanye showing up in white, saying Diddy fight, fight. What's legacy when it's on the line? Is the name you built still gonna shine? Or does silence scream like a warning sign while the world debates guilt or crime? Every empire's got a tale untold. Every mogul's got nights cold. But behind closed doors, who holds control? Truth is a mirror and it never folds. Spotlight shadows can't outrun fate. Every crown's heavy when it's tied to the state. From the charts to the court, it's a razor blade. Walking the edge that the headlines made. Did the feds charge Diddy for his crimes, or just some for some freak off good times? Baby oil galore, but the feds say there is much more. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This will be left to the 12 on the jury committee. Is this a RICO, or just a man being major sicko? Was he really the king or just a fling? Did Diddy do what they say? Will NYC jail be where he will stay? Did he bop in the hotels on the top floors? Different bows in different area codes. Some would call them the defense saying evidence is a blur. Some witnesses concur. Will the bad boy for life be serving life, or will he get the win and be in the next jet to Berlin? Spotlight shadows can't outrun fate. Every crown's heavy when it's tied to the state. From the charts to the court, it's a razor blade. Walking the edge that the headlines made. The devil is in the details. While the world debates guilt or crime, is it RICO or freak off?
Diddy says he is love, love, love.
They said the empire was built on gold, and now the headlines say the stories unfold. Flashing lights, courtroom rows, silence loud, and the pressure grows. From Harlem streets to the Forbes list, now he's sitting where the storm hits. Cameras on, but who's legit? Truth and lies in the same script. Diddy defense team got 8 on the move. Agnafilo, Jarago, Shapiro, Steele, Donaldson, Westmoreland, Estavo and Driscoll. The feds got him on 5 charges. They say he on that RICO. Media says he is guilty out the gate. 8 male jurors and 4 women hold his fate. No cameras allowed in the court. Content creators screaming more, more, more. Diamonds heavy, but the
Hey guys, hey everybody. We are here right now to do an interview with Charlucci, if you know his area. So let me just introduce you guys to him. Hello.
How do I
How are
look?
you? Hey, you look good. You look good.
I've been here doing some work.
You look good. Let me get the camera a little bit closer to you. Is that better?
Yeah, it's been all right.
All right, y'all. This is Charlucci, also known as the man with the free puff gear.
And the Frico's not a Rico.
A Frico's not a Rico. Okay, it's great to see you. Sorry, guys, I hit the wrong button and got kicked off for a second. So here's the man, Mr. Charlucci. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's different from not being at the courthouse every day. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, bittersweet. You know, I'm glad we got the victory that we got, but I miss a lot of people. I met a lot of people down there like yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
In fact, I was like one of the first persons you met.
absolutely.
I chased him. No, I didn't chase him down. I chased him down at the pizza parlor, and then he was sitting at the table with this young man, and I was like, who are you? Do you
Yeah,
remember that?
I remember that. That's before the trial started.
Before Charles
Way
started.
before, I
Yeah.
think we might have been early. It was before jury selection as well.
Yeah, it was before jury
It
selection.
was just court appearances.
Yeah, yeah. It was back in early May.
Yep.
Yep. But anyways, I'm glad to meet you
That's what's up.
finally. But anyway, since it's over, how has things been for you?
It's not over because we still got work to do because my brother's still in there. But you know, it's been bittersweet. You know, like of course we would have wanted him to come home with us that day. 'Cause when the judge, you know, said to him, Mr. Combs, I know you don't want to go back to MDC. Uh, you know, he was like, no, I don't. It's okay. So let me go in the back, get this paperwork together, and see what we can do, and you know, send you home to your family. And then Marine Comey jumps up, the government. Oh, you shouldn't let him go because he's a danger to this and he's a danger. Where? Where's he a danger at? The man been in
Let me get the mic because they're saying they can't hear you going in and out. Go ahead, you can keep talking until I get this mic back.
Okay. I'll just do something else. I don't want to be redundant.
Hold on, y'all. We're trying to get the mic. Gotta pin the mic on you. Hold on, y'all. We're trying to get this little mic thing going here. So if you're going in and out. Okay. You want to hold it or you want to put it on you? Or... Okay.
Do that.
Test.
1 1 1 2.
Can y'all hear him?
Can you hear me? They can hear me?
Can you guys hear him? They say you sound good. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Can hear you perfectly.
Oh,
Is it choking you?
No, I'm just trying to make it a little more comfortable.
Okay. Yes, they can hear you.
All right. So again, I was like, you asking me, you know, what I've been doing. I mean, how do I feel? I feel kind of, you know, kind of bittersweet moment because when the judge, I mean, I prefer for him to be home, and we thought that was going to happen when the judge asked him. What actually the judge said to him, and you were there when he said, "So, Mr. Combs, you don't want to go back to to MDC, do you?" I'm quite sure Mr. Combs don't want to go back to MDC today, so let me go back and prepare this paperwork and see what we can do. He was like, "Thank you, Your Honor." We all excited, you know, me, the kids, his mom. We like, okay, he's walking out of there. And then Marine Comey, the government, jumped up and said, "Oh, you cannot do this. This is a travesty. This is this that. He's a danger." And then when she said that, Doug, who is I can't remember his last name, but he's Cassie's lawyer. He was invited there by the government. So this, you understand, this whole thing is like it's like a game. And when I say it's like a game, because you have moving pieces, right? So therefore, if I'm the government, if we're here for the truth, right? In my opinion, why would you object to someone that we caught in a lie? Why would you object to the truth being told? This person got caught in a blatant lie. The government Object, Your Honor. They shouldn't ask that question. No, if it's the truth and they're lying and we just caught them in the lie, why we can't do that? But that was the issue. And then she jumped up screaming that people are Cassie is in jeopardy if Mr. Combs get out on bail. I'm like, okay, so let me get this correct. So a man that was fighting for his life, that was facing 100 years in jail, just got his life back, he's probably gonna get time served, will risk going after a woman that he let go 3 years ago, who moved on her life, had 3 kids by her husband, who in fact used to be his trainer, right? He didn't do nothing to her when she went slept with Michael B. Jordan, right? He didn't do nothing to her when she went and slept with his friend Kid Cudi and spent vacations with him. Didn't nothing happen to Cassie. What happened to her was when they both was on drugs, and they understand that their situation was based on drugs. Her drug of choice was ketamine. He said several times that he don't like doing ketamine. It makes him a different person. And he don't like the way he acts. He don't like the way he feels. It made him violent. And she also said that he was a beautiful person, but when he got on drugs, he was somebody else, like a demon. So that tells you right there, it was a drug-induced domestic violence. It wasn't a normal domestic violence. I know what y'all saying. Oh, what's normal domestic violence? There's nothing normal, because y'all like to play games. There's nothing normal about domestic violence, but the normal act of domestic violence. You know, he wakes up in the morning, he don't like the way she was sleeping in bed, he beats her. She cooked something wrong, he beats her. She came home late, he beats her. He's got a bad mood, he beats her. That's like the normal mindset of domestic violence. He's just doing it. He's just an evil person, just doing it on the regular. That's what I mean by that. He wasn't that person. He was when he was on drugs, when they were on drugs, because he didn't do drugs alone, they did it together. He would have his violent tendencies when that happened. But outside that, she said everything was perfect with him. So he's been in jail for 10 months, going on 11. He's not high, he's not on drugs, and she's going about her business. She's doing her thing, he's doing his thing. I don't see the threat that they try to push. That's the only reason he get out on bail. Because
a lot of people are saying because he has that wealth, he has the opportunity to have other people to do things for him. So what do you say about that?
Are they talking about violence?
Yeah, just
again, they've been away for 3 years. She moved on with his trainer. They got married. Nothing happened to him or her. Nothing happened to Kid Cudi or her. Their violence was when they were together. You understand? Not against no one else. Kim Porter moved on. God bless the day she had moved on or whatever at one point, and there was nothing happening to Kim Porter. Same thing with everybody else, his exes, right? And what's name just put out a statement? Gina Hahn just put out a statement, said TMZ asked her, "Are you scared? Are you scared of are you scared for your life if Sean comes home?" She goes, "No, he's no danger. He's not dangerous. I'm not worried about him coming home. He's not a dangerous person."
What about Jane? Jane claims that he assaulted her.
Oh yeah, she assaulted him too. She laughed when she described it in court. She said she walked by him on a marble table, just stayed behind him and busted his face into the table. Then when he got up, she started throwing bottles at him, bottles of champagne at him and wine, and threw hot wax on him. All because she went onto a blog that showed he was out with Young Miami. She got mad about him and attacked him.
So you're saying basically that their relationship was toxic.
Very. I mean, that's lack of a better. I can't find nothing else to put it. It was a toxic relationship on both ends. They should have never been together, neither one of them. And then with the drugs involved, it caused all that. So it wasn't like he's like walking down the street. He woke up in the morning, took a yarn, and started beating ass. That wasn't the case. He wasn't in his right mind. He was a different person. And people ask me, I never seen him hit anyone. His kids, girlfriends, and you can't find nobody other than, and the people that was around knew he was on drugs. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I was hearing that for the first time in court. Had I known he was on drugs, I would have got him help. That's the kind of brother I am. I'd have made sure he got help. I'd have sorted out for him some rehabs and stuff like that. His children didn't know he was on drugs. His mother didn't know he was on drugs. But the only people that knew he was on drugs were the people he was doing drugs with. And those people are the ones who testified against him in court. And I understand why they wouldn't charge. If you want to charge him, you got to charge everybody.
Speaking of his children, how is his family doing right now? How are they doing?
Of course, they missed he's the pillar of the family. He's the head, the boss, the father, the only son. He's the pillar of his family. So they miss him a lot, but they understand that they just dodged a huge bullet, and they're absolutely just ecstatic about that part. But the other part is a bittersweet again because part of them is so happy that he's not going to jail for the rest of his life.
Mhm.
But at the same time, they miss him so. He's still in jail, waiting to be sentenced in October. But here's the thing: his guideline is so low, right?
Mhm.
The sentencing guideline for him, he's a 14, first time offender, 14. So he should get anywhere between 0 to 24 months. And or he can get, so that means in the middle, the judge can give him time served. Or at the worst case scenario, in October, the judge say, okay, we still want our other 9 months and he'll be home. But either way, he's not going to wait for the rest of his life. He's not going to wait for 10 to 15 years.
It's true. It's true. Now let's talk a little bit about the chaos and the scandals and craziness that happened around the courtroom, a courthouse.
Okay.
Now, because one of the main things they discussed in the trial was the baby oil and the Astroglide, right? There was an incident at the courthouse at the end. There was some baby oil being poured on individuals in the
Yeah, I heard about that.
yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't think about it. It was like this, I guess it was just people making fun of the situation. It's not a funny situation. It's not, you don't make light of stuff like that. But they probably were just celebrating and they celebratory aspect of it. They just thought that would be funny. Based on instead of popping a bottle of champagne,
Mhm.
they popped baby oil. And because the government made such a big deal out of the baby oil, like it was drugs in the baby oil. There was celebrity sex tapes. There was no celebrity sex tapes. There were no drugs in the baby oil. There was no children or no minor in this case. There was no kidnapping or all the stuff that they told people this is why he was acquitted of those charges, because the charges couldn't stick. They wasn't true. But people of color, our people, we read into that. We believe people like the Tisha Tell's girl. I call her Tisha Tell lies. She's never came out of that courtroom and said anything that was true. And I don't have like I said, I don't have a gripe with her, right? I got a gripe with the way she did not report the truth, and she misled a lot of people. She had a lot of fouls, but that didn't change anything because people are entitled to their own opinion. But if you got a platform, use it for good. If you want to get out there, like when you go up there, you say what you say, right? I never say anything because usually the stuff that you're saying, you're not biased. You're playing it. If it's something bad happens in court, you report that, right? If something good happens in court, you report that. But if nothing happens in court, you report that. She just straight up, oh, if you're Sean Diddy Combs, you're going to this happen. And I'm like, that didn't happen. What courtroom was you in?
Okay, there's a point that she mentioned something about the family coming after her.
Never happened. We don't even know her. I know her because she worked for the government. She's the only, I don't even call her a blogger. I don't know what her title is, but she's the only one that's not a real journalist that had a cage outside with 2 security guards, and she was able to come in out the courtroom. She was a guest of the government, right? And that's why she was.
Whoa. You said guest of the government?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
That I don't. It means she's the guest of the government. Invited her in there and gave her security to keep her the little gated area she was in.
Yeah.
It was a gated area for her. Nobody can go in there but her when she was doing her interviews outside. She also was able to spread these lies and propaganda at free will. She just had a free for all. Then she started lying and saying
Why do you think when she gave out those names, the real name of the pseudonym of
she didn't get in
Jane and
trouble.
me, she didn't get in
She-
trouble?
right.
think?
That's that proof right there. They probably told her, don't ever do that again. That's what anybody else. The judge gave us a clear and precise information. Yep. The judge gave her a clear and precise information, right? To everybody, to all the news people reporting, and said, do not repeat the name of the, well, if she Oh, guess what, guys? I know the name and the person is this, the person is that. One, she's supposed to be, the site was supposed to come down. Two, she's supposed to at least be arrested, right? Because she wouldn't get a federal judge order. Nothing happened to her. Nothing, not one thing. That'd have been me, and that's my family in there. I'd have said something, it'd have been all kind of backlash. If the lawyers
It
would have
would've
said
stopped
something,
from coming to
they'd have stopped me
court.
from coming to the courtroom.
Yeah.
She had a prominent spot in the courtroom. And she's not even real press. And then she goes on TV lying. Ain't nobody coming after that girl. Please stop. Nobody's thinking about that lady. The family coming after for what? All you did was lie on people. Like you just a female Gene Deal. You're just out there lying to get people to click onto your site. That's all you're doing. Nobody cares about that. I don't care. Sean don't care. The kids don't care. We won. You look stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. So go get mad about that. You know, go get mad at your team, your government. Go get mad at them for presenting a weak ass case. Don't start spreading lies. She's mad because she promised everybody he's going to jail for the rest of his life. Well, guess what? Joke's on you. Teach to tell lies.
Well, she also mentioned recently that there is some sort of scheme of Diddy trying to escape the prison.
How is he trying to escape prison? He only have to do 9 months in jail. One of you ain't. You're not escaping. You're not escaping no federal prison. El Chapo couldn't get out of there. What are you talking about? You got all kind of people. That building is like Fort Knox. There's no escape. Why would you say where he's gonna go? He's one of the most recognizable faces on the planet Earth. Where would he go? How would he get away? She's a liar. Something wrong with that lady. That's crazy. And so he's gonna risk. Now let me be clear. He just beat cases that could have got him millions and hundreds of years in jail, right? He's gonna risk that. He already been in jail 10 months, going on 11 months. Worst case scenario, he's got to do another 9 months. He's going to risk all of that, his freedom, his money, his children's money, his legacy to escape jail or to attempt to escape jail. That lady's crazy. And she know people click on and stuff like that. She's clickbait. That's what she is.
So do you think anything's gonna anything gonna happen of her because of her lying and causing so much chaos?
No, we're going to keep discrediting her and tell her that's it.
Let's discredit her.
Right, that's it. Then we're gonna keep discrediting her. I mean, every lie she tell, I'm gonna be here to fact check it and show people she's lying. That's it. I mean, nobody cares about this lady. She's not a problem. She's not even a problem for me. But just that when people ask me a question, I like to answer it, and then I tell them, go check her out and watch. She says this, and then compare it to the truth.
But it seems like people like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those are toxic people. You gotta be toxic to want to hear lies all the time.
Right.
Yeah, you want to hear that clickbait stuff all the time, and she's animated. I think that's what they like more about her. She's a nice looking lady, right? She's a nice looking lady, but she's not wrapped too tight. Something wrong with her. For you to go out there and lie on people you don't know and make up stuff, and I mean, this is easy as her. It's just easy it is for her to come outside and tell a lie. She can come out that courtroom and just tell the facts. What happened?
Maybe she was doing things for wishful thinking.
There ain't no wishful. I don't care. Still a lie. I don't care how you doing it. I don't care what you. If it ain't the truth. If you ask me, is it raining outside, and I tell you no, and you walk outside to a storm, you're gonna say Charlucci lied to me. You're gonna like, oh well, he liked the rain. He was hoping it rained. You're like, he straight up lied to me. There's no ambiguities there. I lied to you. It's not raining. I mean, it's not sunny. Sunny out. I told you it was raining, and it's not raining. You went outside. You're like, wow, I thought he said it was raining.
So you're saying that he's gonna get like your estimate about no more. The worst scenario is 9 months.
Like, well, I'm not the judge.
I know.
Well, based on his level, he's a level 14, first time offender. Had he been in jail, he's not a predicate. Had he been in jail before, it will be higher. You follow me? But because he's never been in jail before, he gets the first time and I can send it to you. You can look at it yourself. The sentencing guideline says 0 to 24 months. That's why the government asked for 56 months, and then Mark Agnifilo came back. Agnifilo, and that's nothing. She keep pronouncing Mark. I said that because she be saying that Mark Agnifilo, adding extra syllables on this man's name. His name is Mark Agnifilo. So Mark Agnifilo asked the judge for 24 months. And the government got mad about that because they put in for 56 months. So I think the judge may give him time served or meet somewhere in the middle.
All right. Some of the things that has gone on, a lot of people saying that Diddy is getting it's like karma. It's coming back to him for stuff that he did not get in trouble for, which
Like
he
what?
should have. Like, okay, one of the things people blaming him for Biggie's
Come on,
death.
stop. We not.
No, I'm just
But I'm saying
okay.
that's foolish. That's foolish. The government ain't. Y'all gotta be smart. If the government, y'all think y'all smarter than the government? Y'all think y'all smarter than the federal government or the FBI? Don't y'all know if they thought that he did that to Biggie or did that to Tupac, that that's what he'll be being charged with? Don't you understand that? Y'all gotta use your brain. The federal government want to put this man in jail for the rest of his life. They went so far to put him in jail. They try to blame him for having sex with 2 of his girlfriends to try to get him to put him in jail. You don't think if they had any type of evidence or any type of proof or any type of thing that could correlate, or they can correlate him with Biggie or him with Tupac, they wouldn't have used that to put him in jail?
Yeah.
They didn't because it's not there. Y'all going off what these YouTubers are putting out there for clickbait, and these conspiracy theorists is put these things out there, and y'all believe in that. The government didn't call Gene Deal. You know why? Because they knew he was a liar. Gene Deal, if they thought Gene Deal was telling the truth, you don't think they would have called his bodyguard? Like, okay, he knows everything. He was there.
I'll be sure they would.
And I'll be sure they would have called. I'll be sure that I love Al, but Al be tripping. Al be tripping, yo. Al be tripping. I love Al, and this is no disrespect to him, but Al be tripping. But they would have called these people, all these people that he already had liars on stage already, on the stand already. They was like, we could throw a couple more liars in there. They knew that Al would have fucked their case up. They knew Gene Deal would have sunk their case. He probably would have went home the same day. They'd have brought Gene Deal on that stage. They would have dismissed everything and put Gene and sent Puff home the same day. And this is the reason why they did not call him, and the reason why they did not call Al B. Sure. I'll be sure.
Some of those escorts too.
Oh,
They called a lot of those escorts.
They called a lot of people because they knew that these people had no truth in them. Trust me, they vetted them. For people that understand what the word vet is, that means they interviewed them, they sat down with them, they try to determine what's true and what's not true.
You gave us an earful on that one, but there are still folks out there still believing that.
Listen. My bro, listen, I don't care what y'all believe. The jury, I cared about what those 12 people believed.
Yeah.
They didn't believe nothing. And y'all know different from those 12 people. I hold y'all in the same regards, respect, and you're entitled to your own opinion, right? I'm not mad at anyone that believes anything different, but I want you to start using your brain. All right, the man did what he did with the girl because they was high, they was drunk, they were doing whatever they was doing, and that's never okay. I can't even make an excuse for him. And I'm not going to attempt to make an excuse, right? Domestic violence is domestic violence, But this is not what they got him on trial for. This is not what they're interviewing him about. This is not what they even discussing. They showed the pictures. They kept showing the pictures of Cassie in that courtroom, which I didn't like seeing myself, because I have a daughter, I have sisters, I have cousins, I have females, in my family. Plus, I love women, and to see a woman in a situation like that, yes, it's heartbreaking to watch that, right? I didn't want to see that no more, but they wanted to drill that so bad. They wanted y'all to be biased, and some of y'all are. They wanted y'all to be like, oh my God, he's a monster. He's this, he's that. They wanted that, right? They didn't want to see a man that was sick, a man that was on drugs, a man. This is the reason why you don't let your uncle that's drunk come to your barbecue. He come any other time, but once he get drunk, is Uncle Ronnie coming? Yep. Is he drinking? Yep. Oh, don't let him come. Tell him we left already. It's the reason, because he's gonna be impaired. He's not gonna be the same Uncle Ronnie. Then you got your friend who comes out, he's mad cool, but after a couple of Henny shots, he's somebody else and y'all hate hanging with him. Everybody got that friend. Well, Puff was that friend. He got high, he became something else, especially on those hard drugs. These wasn't no small type of drugs. This wasn't weed. This wasn't 2 shots of Henny. This was ketamine. This was cocaine. This was GHB. This was ecstasy, and ecstasy works off emotions. If I'm upset and I pop me an ecstasy pill, which I do no drugs, let's clarify that. I don't drink and I don't smoke cigarettes, liquor. I don't do any drugs. I never did. If I had to, but I know people, and I get my information from people that do the drugs. So I ask them, what's the information on if you take these certain drugs. Well, they told me if you take ecstasy and you're in a bad mood, you're gonna be in the worst mood ever. If you take ecstasy and you're sad, you're gonna be crying all night. If you take ecstasy and you're horny, all night it's going down, all night nonstop. You don't even know why you're on it. And if you're in a fighting mood, you're gonna be fighting all night.
So to exaggerate whatever
Right,
emotions you
to
have.
like 1,000.
Okay.
Whatever your emotion is at that moment, when you take that ecstasy, it takes it to 1,000. And a lot of people that's listening to me know that I'm telling the truth. The ones that do ecstasy, I ain't say you gotta put your business out there, but or know somebody do ecstasy. But a lot of y'all watching, y'all say, okay, he's right. That's what it does, and that's what happened with him. If he was angry, it made him more angry, especially with the ketamine. It made him somebody else he didn't want to be. But enough of that. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know that I'm not saying that anything he did was okay because it's not.
So do you think he's going to take some sort of drug program?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's already prepared for that. Some counsel, anger management counseling, drug program, therapy, mental, you know what I'm saying, just to figure out, like y'all put yourself in this, right? This man lost the love of his life, his children's mother. He had to become a single dad to 7 kids. I mean 5 kids, because the other one's still other. To 5 to 6 kids, right? Especially girls. And he had to become a single father to all these people, right? And at the same time, growing his empire, at the same time, losing his father figure, Andre Harrell, at the same time, losing his best friend, Heavy D. He lost a lot of trauma and a lot of things that happened in his life where he lost a lot of people. I see people become alcoholics behind losing somebody they love. I see people become drug addicts like him after losing somebody they love. You follow me? So we don't know what kind of pain that man was in and why he did the drugs to escape that pain. We don't know what kind of pain he was in, and that drug took him away from that.
So what was his friends?
I was there.
I know you would.
So
Absolutely.
that's all I care about. I can't speak on other ones. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know their, like you got different kind of friends. You got a friend that no matter what, he's your friend, right? But you can't borrow money from that friend. Or that doesn't mean he's not your best friend. He's just the best friend you can't get the money from. Then if you got that one friend that he's a coward, right? You're not gonna call that friend to fight because he's not gonna come and fight, but he's still your best friend, right? Then you got another best friend that lies a lot. That's all he do is lie, 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 lie. You're not gonna call that best friend for the truth, but that don't stop him from being your best friend. Everybody got their own little characteristics in them. That don't mean they're not his friends. That means that they got their little what I want to use their gauge off, their friendship gauge is off.
Now, what would you say to those who still have not considered him innocent of the S traffic and the RICO? Because there are people still out there who say
I can't be concerned about them. I was concerned about the jurors, but because those people refuse to look at the evidence. If they're still thinking that he's guilty of that, those are people that want him to go to jail, right? Those are people that don't like him for whatever reason, which has nothing to do about nothing. And those are people that refuse to look at the evidence. Period. Because we look at the evidence, and let me let you know, the jury wasn't black people that just voted for him.
it was mostly white.
It was mostly white people. So y'all can be clear. It was white men and it was white women on the jury, right? That heard the case and heard the words and heard the lies, and they was able to determine this is, the acquitted mean? That mean on all those 3 charges, all of them thought he didn't do it. That's what that means.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
That means all of them agreed.
All of them agreed. 12 agreed. Not 4, not 8, not 9. All 12, white. What only? Well, let me see how many black people was when they left. 3. We had left with 3. 3 blacks. 2 black women and 1 black guy. Right. And the other 9 were white
non-white.
and non-white. And they all sat there and said, nah, and they heard the same stories y'all been hearing on the internet. They're the same stories y'all was hearing on the on YouTube and the social media. But they sat in the court and they actually took the time to pay attention to what the judge and what the prosecution was saying. And they did not believe it.
But there's that same person claimed that the jury was stupid.
Well, she can't be stupid, right? I don't know how she's the smartest person in the room. There was a juror in there that was a scientist. There was another juror that was a school teacher. There was another juror that was a professor. There was another juror that was a engineer, right? There was another. All these jurors had prominent and big successful jobs. She gonna call them stupid? How dare she call them stupid? She's disrespectful. Nobody up there was no regular person off the street. It wasn't just like, oh, well, oh, I love hip hop. No, nobody was on that jury like that. These were prominent, smart people.
There's a couple of people asking about just your merch, and they want to know where can they get the merch.
Oh, so let me explain to y'all right now. So I had went through a little thing. Y'all see when I came out the Frico, it's not a Rico shirt. So Walmart wound up putting my shirt in Walmart without my permission.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
But see what you see what they do to minority. What they do to minorities. I'm out there supporting my brother, giving these shirts away. Right? They're still my intellectual property. I'm giving it away to everybody. I never sold one shirt to one person. You can't find one person that said I sold them a shirt. I gave out over maybe 1,000 shirts, and this came out of my pocket. Right? I came down there because I want everybody to understand that the Frico wasn't a Rico. They're trying to put my brother in jail for having gratuitous consenting sex with 2 of his girlfriends. They knew for a fact they couldn't bring this case to get an indictment. Let me ask y'all a question. If I want everybody to hit me with a yes or no. Can they hear me?
I can hear you.
Can we play this? Can we do a role play real quick, y'all?
Yeah.
Everybody say yes.
Will you guys want to do a role play?
Do a role play. I want to ask you a question. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. Can y'all hear him?
Right. Can we do a role play real quick, guys?
They say yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
look. Now let's go. All right, let's go. All right. Now don't bullshit, y'all. Just be real. If the government called y'all and said to y'all, hey, I got this guy, he's a billionaire, right? He's a philanthropist. He built 3 schools in New York City for underprivileged children, brilliant charter schools. He ran the marathon. He started his own black party for politics, so that we have a voice, because we don't have a voice. Al Sharpton, other people don't care. He's also he preaches black excellence, and he employed more black people and people of color than any entertainer, any rapper, any celebrity, right? He employed more black than that, right? If they told you that this individual, they want to put him in jail for having sex with 2 of his girlfriends, right? And not only just having sex with them, they were having threesomes. But they would fly to town to have these little threesomes. They would go different places to have these little threesomes. And that he bought a bunch of baby oil so that they can, like people do mud wrestling. He had a little tub in his room with a bunch of baby oil in it. He used to watch his girlfriend have sex with somebody in the baby oil. And his girlfriend wanted to do it, right? And they bragged about doing and all that. They would have never gotten no indictment. Would you indict a person? You'd be like, where's the crime? Am I correct? So what they had to do, they had to tell you, they told you it was multiple victims, right? That's what they said. There are multiple victims of sex trafficking. They didn't tell you it was just 2 of his girlfriends. They had to say multiple victims. Anything more than one is multiple people. They play semantics with y'all. So they said multiple people. That made the average person think there's a lot of people. He's just doing this crazy stuff, right? Then they used the word sex trafficking. I did not know that if I took my girlfriend to Miami for the weekend and then we having fun and we had a couple of drinks and we wanted to, we want to do the wild thing with a threesome, that technically they could say we sex trafficked. Right? Nobody's thinking that's what that is. But when they say the word sex trafficking, the first thing popped in your head was women being abducted up the street, women being tied up, taken, shipping containers, of people being abducted and traded in the music business, passed around. That's what y'all thought. Because I thought the same thing about sex slaves. I thought the same thing about sex trafficking until they played semantics and, well, the technical term for that is. So what they did was they gave you all technical terms for all the crimes they try to charge him with. The threesome, they made it sex trafficking. He had his. Let me ask you a question. If you hand your friend, if you and your friend in outside, right? See if you're outside and y'all smoking weed, for those that smoke weed or doing any kind of drug, and your friend sitting next to you, and you pass him the weed. Do you think that's illegal? Do y'all think that's illegal? What they saying?
Saying we thought it was minors or men.
There's no minors in here at all.
They said they only know what they tell them.
Right, but they didn't tell you.
They all say nope.
But let me ask you a question. If someone passed you, hello? Hello? Yes, who's this? All right, call me right back. I'm in the
We almost
I'm in the interview. Give me back 5 minutes, I'll be done.
we almost done, y'all.
Thank you. So let me ask you a question. If we all hanging out, right? Well, let's say I had a group of y'all, we all hanging out, and we go to a club, and I'm just hitting me a blunt. Again, I don't smoke, but I gotta just play the role. I'm smoking a blunt, and you like, oh, well, Luch, what's that you smoking? Oh man, this is that tree bark, and and I pass it, and you say, let me hit that, and I pass you that blunt. Do you see anything illegal in there? Right?
No.
Y'all don't see nothing illegal in there. But guess what the government just did? They said because he gave Cassie an ecstasy pill, that they charged him with drug distribution. You see how big that word is? But if you look it up, technically that is drug distribution because I distribute it. Once you hand something, you're distributing. You follow me? But the way they used the word, they jumped on that word, they made everybody believe that he was distributing drugs at a high level, like he's a drug distributor. You follow me? So that's what they had in there. So everything they did with him was all technical. The technical term for it. The technical, and he was locked, he's locked up on a technicality. And the jurors saw that.
They kept using the video.
They kept using the video to bring it home that he's an abuser. No, he's a drug addicted abuser. He only was like that when he was on drugs. I got a cousin named Jamal. God bless his soul. He would do all kind of stuff when he was drunk, when he was and then I gotta do this. At one time, Puff was trying to reach out to what's her name? Bria? That's her name?
Oh, yeah, I'm not giving names.
No, what's the name in the courtroom that they were the girl said she got hung out the window. She was there.
Oh, Bonner.
Bonner got out there and said out her own mouth, she said a whole bunch of stuff out of her mouth. I'm trying to get to a point. What I was saying a minute before I had to ask you the name.
Distribution before.
Oh no, she was giving Cassie all kind of drugs. She even admitted in court she was giving Cassie drugs.
Good, that's why they gave her immunity.
Right. And everybody that testified, that came up there and test a lie, I like to call it test a lie, because they all came up there and lied, because they all was trying to sue. They was even arguing about who get to use the terrace, who get to use the apartment, who we're gonna say Puff did this here. We're gonna say Puff did that's illegal. And there's no way in the world the prosecution is supposed to put somebody on the stand that told a lie. And they did it anyway. And the judge scolded the prosecution about that. But then Kid Cudi never told y'all, I don't know if y'all know this part. Don't y'all know there was female? If you ever been arrested, when they fingerprint you, why do they fingerprint y'all? I'm just asking questions for those that do know. No, that's what they keep it for a record. For the people that don't know, when they fingerprint you so that if there's another crime come up and that fingerprint there, once they run that fingerprint, your picture pop up. Right? Your picture pop up. They know that's who you commit a crime, bring that over, and they run that fingerprint. Whoever committed that crime, fingerprint is gonna show who they are, right? Well, they found the bottle that came through Kid Cudi's car. They could not identify the fingerprint. The only thing they can identify that it was a female fingerprint. It belongs to a female, and then it was female DNA, and it was female DNA on the bottle, right? Female DNA and a female fingerprint. And it was a white and pink scarf inside the bottle.
White and pink scarf.
Right. So they didn't tell y'all about that. They didn't tell you that the person dropped the bottle through the roof of the car like this, and the bottle fell and it tilted over, and it only burnt the side of the car. Guess what we doing? I'm a guy. I got to beef with you, and I'm not mad. I'm gonna throw a Molotov cocktail. I'm throwing it at the car like they do in the movies. I'm not gonna take a risk of getting caught by climbing on top of the car, cutting a hole in the roof, and dropping the bottle.
They didn't tell you the roof was cut.
Right, safely down like this. You know what I'm saying? And then whoever it was, because it wasn't Sean Combs, whoever it was left a fingerprint on the bottle. Whoever it was left a DNA on the bottle. None of it was Sean Combs. It came back female. So he had broke up with his girlfriend to go mess with Cassie. Now, and this all came out. Y'all can look this up. This
because they said that it was the girlfriend's sister.
Right, the girlfriend's sister. Right. So now, inside his home, they found that the cameras was turned around.
Sure was, and the dog was
right to put it on. Yeah. How would Sean know to turn cameras around in his bedroom, his living room, his dining room, his kitchen? How would they know to turn the cameras around this man's house? Right? How would Sean Combs know to do that? How would Sean Combs know to take the dog?
Put the dog in the room.
The boy, now his girlfriend bought him a dog. That would have been a baby. Bought a dog. So when the car caught on fire, someone put the dog in the bathroom and put a wet towel at the bottom of the door so the smoke can't come in there and hurt the dog. Who would do? What dude? I got beef with you.
I ain't know about that, right?
I got beef with you for sleeping with my woman. So I'm gonna go protect your dog. Make sure the dog is nice and safe and sound. And then on my way out, I'm gonna turn the cameras around so you don't see it's me. I want you to know it's me. I might take a spray paint and spray paint sucker ass on the wall or punk ass dude on the wall. I'm gonna do something. Yeah, you know what time it is. I'm gonna do something like that. And then the person opened. He had over 150 gifts in the house, right, for Christmas. They only opened up Cassie's gifts.
Yes, Cassie's gifts.
It was all Cassie. Nobody else's gifts got opened up but Cassie's, and it was a whole bunch of Chanel stuff. I'm taking that because I want you to be upset. I want you to be like, oh, yo, he took all the gifts. I'm committing the ill robbery. I'm taking the gifts. I'm spray painting the joint. I'm throwing the bottle on your car, and I don't care what that dog do. I'm not putting the dog up. No, it's not my dog. I'm there to do some malicious, evil shit. So I'm not thinking about, oh, I don't want to hurt this. I'm not. Now, let me be clear. I love animals, but I'm trying to tell you, my mindset wouldn't be to put the dog up so the dog won't get hurt. That wouldn't be my mindset. Because I'm already upset. I'm already mad. I'm already trying to get revenge. I'm not thinking about putting your dog in the bathroom around the corner and go as far as wetting the towel and placing it at the bottom of the door so no smoke could come through the door and hurt the dog. And that's just it. They don't tell y'all that. They didn't tell you that the girl, and I want everybody to sound of my voice later on today. You ain't got nothing to do.
I'm gonna show them the exhibits, y'all.
Right. Take a gallon of this girl said. Bonner said that Puff hung her out of a window, 17 stories in the sky, right, in the air, by her waist. And she was jumping, oh, don't drop me, don't drop me. Puff weighed about 190 pounds. I challenge any one of y'all to take a gallon of water in each hand or a gallon of milk and hold your hand out like this for 5 minutes. Without doing this, just see how hard see if you can keep your hands up without doing this. She said he had about a waist. And she was like, don't drop me, don't drop. Nobody believed that.
And then he supposedly threw her to the couch.
Then he took her, you know, he's He-Man. So he grabbed her by the waist. Now after holding over the terrorist, lifted her back over the terrorist and threw her
on the chair.
Then guess what? She sustained a bruise, right? How about the meta information came back that the picture she sent to the government about saying that bruise happened 2 months prior to the day that she said that he did that. They caught her in that lie, but they don't push that. They don't push that. They push all other kind of stuff. The lies. And this is why I'm thankful for the jurors, because they got it right. They were smart. They saw it. They heard it, and they knew that everybody was lying. And all I can do is thank God for that.
Well, guys, this was a great interview. We're not going to do anything else because he has some place to go. And you guys, shout out. What is your channel and how they get the stuff?
Look. So the pictures of the photo shoot is happening this weekend. So probably Monday, but y'all can all go to LucciBrand.com. Right. That's the store. and that's the website. But y'all can also follow me on Lucci Brand NYC at Instagram. It's LUCCI BRAND on Instagram.
Okay, they wanted me to read the super chat. Hold on. It said, as Charlucci, before Puff was locked up, how often was he with Puff? And what is his role job-wise?
Okay, I can answer that for her. I actually never worked for him ever in my life. I managed groups, co-managed groups like Jodeci, Genuine's like my little brother. I've helped discover and find him and Missy Elliott. I also went on to have my own artist by the name of Uncle Sam. I managed writers and producers. And how often? Me and Sean talked a lot. I mean, I wasn't with the parties and hanging out all the time, but I've been to quite of them, maybe about 10 white parties, what they call it, birthday parties and stuff like that. I've been to those, and that's about it.
Okay, how does Diddy feel about these book deals?
What everybody's writing books? He's focused on getting out of jail. That's what he's doing.
Okay, next question. Are you okay? It says, tell Charlucci that I found it strange that there wasn't any more women come forward. Puff had been famous for over 30 years.
Right. So I get what she's saying, that he's been famous for over 30 years. Why hasn't any more women came forward to say he did anything to him? Because he wasn't doing anything to these women. These are two women that he found that he can trust and do the drugs with. And those are people, those are like his get high buddies. That's what it was. The girlfriends became his get high buddies. He trusted them explicitly. He did only the drugs and the freaky stuff with them. These other women, he just dated and took on dinners and stuff like. He didn't do that with these other women because he didn't trust them enough to even go that far.
Thank you again for your time. Thank you for giving me this interview. You promised me, and you are a man of your word. You kept it.
Yes.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you, everybody.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night.